It's sexy, it's sassy, it's a Suzuki, it's the all-new X90, a car that might be driven by Judy Jetson. The first time I saw an X90 in the flesh, my first impression was how much it looks like one of the spaceships used in the Jetsons cartoon. The cute bodywork with a disproportionately large greenhouse perched on top. The greenhouse gives the interior a nice light airy feel. That said, it does little to eliminate blind spots. The X90 has a particularly bad one because of the size and shape of the B-cum-C pillar. Even with the mirrors set correctly, one must exercise extreme caution before making a lane change. Power for the X90 is supplied by a fuel-injected 1.6 litre inline-4. Now I'll have more on this in a moment. Matched with this engine is a 4-speed electronically controlled automatic transmission that comes complete with an on-off button for the overdrive and dual modes. The power and normal modes change the transmission's emphasis. Obviously in normal, fuel economy is given priority whilst the power mode affects performance. In the latter, the upshifts are decidedly crisper and made in a more timely fashion. From the transmission, the power is relayed to the road wheels through a transfer case that features 2- and 4-wheel drive plus 4-wheel drive low. You can shift on the fly, and thanks to the automatic locking hubs, one doesn't have to worry about making sure that the hubs themselves are locked before venturing off-road or onto a slippery road surface. The shifting procedure is simple and effective. One of the shortcomings with this X90 is the engine. The reason? Only 95 horsepower and 98 pounds-feet of torque. Get above 4,500 RPM and the only thing the engine does is make more noise. It certainly doesn't make it go any quicker. On a more positive note, the X90 delivers excellent gas mileage, averaging 8.8 litres per 100 kilometres or 32 miles per gallon. The suspension is comprised of McPherson struts and a stabiliser bar up front and a rigid axle with lower trailing arms and upper A-arms in the rear. The ride comfort, while more in keeping with a truck than a car, is not at all uncomfortable. Large undulating bumps are cushioned nicely and even expansion joints do not cause too much of a reaction. On the handling side of the equation, the X90 does not fare as well. First, the short wheelbase and narrow track conspire to have a very limiting effect on the car. Push it hard into a corner and oversteer is never too far away. Second, the ball and nut steering is less than positive. The on-centre feel is rather vague and the self-centering effect rather tame. All in all, more than a little disappointing. The brake system features front discs, rear drums and standard anti-lock. During the brake test, the X90 performed admirably, especially when you factor in the slippery road conditions. The stopping distances averaged 117 feet from 80k. The pedal feel is much better than average and the anti-lock system has the desired effect. As with other ABS systems I like, this one is not overly eager to intervene. The conversion from coupe to convertible is as simple as that. Now while Suzuki suggests you store these things in the trunk, if it happens to be full, it's not a problem, because they will fit nice and neatly behind the seats. It's as simple as that. The interior of the X90 has been treated very well. The cabin is roomy, offers plenty of head and leg room, and comes with a surprisingly high degree of standard equipment, ranging from tilt steering to power locks and windows. The seats are upholstered in the snazziest material I've encountered to date. They also offer exceptional comfort and long range of travel. Suffice it to say that even the tallest Raptor should be able to find a comfortable driving position. My only complaint with the interior layout is the radio. While it offers excellent sound quality, it is very difficult to operate even without gloves. Put them on and forget it. Three things irk me about the trunk on this X90. First of all, the only way into the back is with the key. It needs and requires an interior remote release. Secondly, there's no insulation. When you drive through a puddle, it sounds like somebody having a pee on a tin roof. Lastly, we've got a nice red car. What colour's the interior of the trunk? Orange. I mean, for $1.50 you could paint it, so why not? And it doesn't stop here, it's exactly the same under the hood. Tacky, tacky, tacky. My gripes aside, the trunk is roomy, well shaped and will accommodate all the luggage the two occupants will ever need. On the safety front, the X90 fares well with dual airbags, standard ABS and four-wheel drive, plus adjustable upper seatbelt anchors. Well, that's it for this edition of Test Drive and the X90. You know, this car has got great road presence. It's as cute as a button, so why wouldn't it? The drawback? The execution is not the equal of the concept.